Welcome back to DLTV. My name is James, and what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how Kansas City, Missouri hates homeless people and disabled people and homeless disabled people. I don't usually make these kind of videos. I had woken up this morning and got on my phone amidst taking my morning shit, and I come across this article, and I can't believe it's real. I cannot believe from my eyes that this is what we've come to for keeping the homeless and disabled out of the city. I get it. I understand why they did it, but we all know that what their true intentions were, and that's what kind of hits me a little heavy. So, Ride KC installed these new leaning benches after previously removing their old benches due to loitering. For those of you that don't know what loitering is, it's basically the act of standing or waiting around idly without apparent purpose in some public place. So, why do we hate the homeless and disabled so much in this country to the point where we have to make leaning benches, take out old benches? Like, here's the issue. There's the thing. If you got an issue with them loitering on the benches, make more benches. You know, they talk about how it's a cost to money thing. Motherfucker, I can go down to Home Depot and buy a 2x4 and a 2x6 and make a freaking bench in like an hour and go put it down there. Boom, boom, problem solved. The Kansas City Transit Agency has installed narrow leaning benches at bus stops downtown and touted them as an accessible amenity. But riders and experts disagree, and they're made to make people uncomfortable. I mean, just look at those things. I could only lean up against that for so long. I mean, there's not even a backrest. It's literally just for your butt, your lower back. And they got like a little 4-foot overhang for shelter while they wait for the bus, and one leaning parcel. So yeah, they removed the benches previously that were there after a request from the police department due to people loitering, aka the homeless, sitting there. I mean, God forbid that we deny a human person, a human being, a place to sleep or sit or get out of the elements. Gosh. They went around interviewing and asking people what they thought about this. And this old man was like, as a disabled person, no thanks. Put in a bench that's useful for people that people can sit on, or you might as well not even bother. I mean, yeah, they say this is a new rider amenity. It's easy to maintain. It's cost effective and built for accessibility. What? Oh, I mean, look at this. At least having the bench there, you could sit down. I mean, sure, they put the homeless blockers on there so they couldn't lay down, but God forbid that we don't allow someone to sit down because they're exhausted or they're old or whatever. This is what we've come to keep the homeless and disabled out of the city. Like, this is ridiculous. Ride KC's social media posts received over 400 comments before they got limited. All the hate that they got. I mean, come on. How did you think this was going to go over? How did you ever think this was a good idea? Look at that. Like, if I was waiting for the bus, I would just sit on that thing. I just hit my booty over like a stadium chair, you know how like at the baseball games, the folding chairs, like when you're a kid, you like lean it up and sit up so you get a couple inches higher. I don't know, I used to do that. So apparently they didn't even ask the public about the leaning benches before they installed them, which is a big no-no. Like, why would you spend taxpayers' money on something that you didn't even tell them you're going to do? Oh wait, this is America.
Shocker.
You know, sometimes you just need to get off your feet, and some people got issues with their ankles and their knees and their hips, and leaning on something like that is just not ideal, you know. And this is the funniest part right here. They say that the leaning benches are more affordable for the agency to install at about half the cost of a standard bench. Goes back to that whole thing. I could go to the Home Depot, buy a 2x4 and a 2x6 at 10 foot and make a pretty decent bench for a lot of people to sit on. Like, they had to go out of their way to bolt this thing into the concrete, metal fabricate that with steel or whatever it's made of, probably steel or aluminum. That's so not cost effective. More than likely it was put in by the city, so you had one guy doing all the work and 5 guys staring around watching him do it. But again, I understand where they're coming from. You know, we want to make it a nice, beautiful city, you know, for visitors to come and go freely without, you know, feeling uncomfortable because they got some weird looking homeless man over there. But that's what I'm saying. The fact that you spend money to help those that are doing good and not those that aren't doing good shows a lot about your character. And look, it's only like one. It's only like one bench. One little leaning bench per section. Like, how many people can ride on the bus at once? Like, put in a fucking bench. I don't know who the ADA is, but they're kind of dumb. It literally says they may technically meet the ADA requirements, but aren't really usable for many people, including disabled, older adults, pregnant people, children, those recovering from injury. It's like, that's a long list of people to kind of leave out on a decision like this. But it's in prevention. It says right here, trying to prevent unhoused people from sleeping or lingering or loitering. We have created a new barrier for those who may need a place to rest the most. But I get it. They don't want people lying down and lingering around at the bus stops. Okay, well, in that case, put up benches elsewhere. Put benches down alleyways that are not being used. Make more public areas in the freaking city for the homeless and disabled to go. That's sad too. Damn. So Sunrise Movement KC, a climate activist group, had been placing DIY benches at the bus stops throughout the metro after hearing the complaints about the original benches being removed. They installed more than 10 benches, and these are nice looking benches too. Like, that's more than what I would have done from Home Depot. That's like twice as much. They installed 10 of them since last fall, but only 2 are still in place. He said it's been a real cool effort, but it's been frustrating to see both of the first ones that we installed last fall being taken away, and even the ones we've installed in the last few weeks being removed almost instantly. Like, we're just trying to provide a place for people to sit down, man. In a fucking city, man. This is ridiculous. And then they go on like, well, if someone puts these benches out there and something happens while on those benches, well, they'll be liable. And like, guys, yeah, it feels like they're putting more time and effort and resources into a less effective solution without explaining their reasoning at all, and not really paying attention to the dignity of bus riders or accessibility needs for people that can't use leaning benches. It really makes no sense, and it feels much more like an insult than help. They've received positive feedback from those who have complained of people partying at a bus stop. Dog, you live in the city. The city never sleeps. So like, what? That's it. That's the gist of it. Thankfully, I don't live in Kansas City, Missouri. I live on the Kansas side, where we like benches and gang violence. I don't know. Again, it's just ridiculous. Maybe there's a solution that's not this route. I don't get paid enough I don't get paid at all to come up with these solutions. So if they want to pay me, I'll be more than happy to come up with an idea on how to fix this, but that's not really my niche. I just thought I'd make this video for fun, let people know that this is just ridiculous. And in the past I thought it would be funny, but I've got a heart now. People are people, and I've been at the point of true struggle, and so I know what it's like. Gosh, man, love your neighbor like yourself, and be a good person. Don't be a dick. And for f***ing sakes, just put a couple benches out there, man. If not benches, just like little stools even. I don't know. But if you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments. Really my first time doing a video like this, which I kind of think is fun. It's kind of like a therapy, kind of rant, vent kind of video. Something you can just sit and watch while you play video games or jerk off or whatever you do in your free time. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of DLTV. Peace!